Welcome to Solfilled Creations Budget Planner Instructions video. After your purchase of the Budget Planner Monotone Cool from Etsy, you will receive a zip file with two things. I've unzipped the contents here to show you what you will get. You should receive the Excel template and an instructions page. For convenience, I've got this instructions page open here. This will give you the links to the Google Sheets template as well as the link to the YouTube video. Let's dive right into what your Google Sheets template is going to look like. When you open the Google Sheets template, you would need to click on Use Template. That will create a copy for you in your, and then you'd have to save a copy of that template in your own Google Drive and then start using it. Both the Excel spreadsheet as well as the Google one will have two tabs, an instructions tab like this and a budget planner tab. Let's dive in to the Excel version of this and start. Let me give you an example of what things will look like. So here I have this budget planner tab in Excel and the instructions. In the instructions tab, it basically shows a picture of the budget planner and then it gets into details of what fields need to be filled in and how. Here, I'm just going to switch over to this budget planner tab and explain each of these. So here you can see that there's a basic dashboard here. At the top, we've got these fields with start date and end date of the budget. This planner can be used for any period that you like. It's completely up to you. So let's say we could enter and change this date as needed like that, and suddenly it's December 2025. In this planner, all of the white fields that you see like this are fields that you need to fill in. Anything that is colored can be skipped and is automatically set up so that it computes based on the other data that's entered. So without any further delay, let's go through how we fill this out and start using it. So here you have this little cash flow table, which contains a summary of what balance we're starting with. It allows for a planned and actual column so that you can plan for a certain amount of money to roll over from a previous budget period. You can choose the first thing you could do is just choose the currency of your preference. Whatever symbol you pick here, the same thing will be reflected in the rest of the sheet. The starting balance, you see that these two planned and actual cells are white in color. These need to be filled out to capture the rollover from the previous budget period. Then you can see that how the total income, savings, debt, bills, and expenses factor in to compute the final balance here. These are all automatically computed. As you can see, they're all in colored cells. And then this final balance, for convenience, is shown like this in this box here. Now let's get into the income table. The income table is basically trying to get a list of all the different income sources you have, and you can capture what planned income there is versus the actual. So this spreadsheet has been pre-filled. You could either edit a field like this. Let's say I change this to 3,000. And this to 2,500. You should see, oops, there we go. You should see the numbers change automatically, and you see even the chart is getting updated. these are just the planned and actual income sources. These numbers changed and then they automatically reflected here and the final balance changed as well. Similarly, you can get into the savings table. This is to capture the various kinds of savings accounts as well as 401k and any other investments you might have, planned and actual columns for those as well. Then there's the expenses table for things like clothes, groceries, dining out, and gifts. Again, there's a planned and actual column. For debt and bills, we have some additional useful columns. Debt is for things like mortgage, car, or student loan. Since we need to track like a due date for these, there is a column here, and there's also a column to track paid, whether it's paid or not. You can just click on this cell, and in fact, it's a drop down which allows you to pick yes or no. So that's a little convenient. With bills, it's a very similar story. It's basically for your monthly subscriptions and such. So there's phone, Netflix, electricity, basic utilities, and you can track the due date and change these with a yes no for the paid as well. Now once you're done with filling all these cells out, it'll automatically update here and the final balance will reflect. All of these charts that you have here will also reflect based on the data updated here. Let's go through what each of these charts here for a second. The income source summary is nothing but looking at the various income sources you have and showing a visual representation of what percent each income source is providing. Then there's a spending allocation summary. This is basically how much of your money is going towards savings, expenses, bill, and debt, and displaying that. This cash flow chart here shows how much was planned versus actual for each of the different categories like starting balance, income, savings, debt, bills, expenses, and final balance. Now that you're done with one budget period, it's really simple to go ahead and set this up for the next budgeting period. In order to duplicate the budget planner tab, just right click on this budget planner tab at the bottom. You will see a menu where you can pick move or copy, and then we're going to stick to the same book. Choose the budget planner tab and select create a copy, hit OK, and we get a second budget planner tab that can be renamed whatever your next budget period is. Then you can edit the date and get started with planning for the next budget period. Thank you for using Solfilled Creations. If you have any questions, please reach out and we will help you as best as we can. Hope you enjoy your budget planner. Thank you.